We are back again for another video, everybody. I appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by the channel. All praise, honor, and glory to our Father Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Wahara Kakwadash. I am very grateful for another day to be here, y'all. And I suspect that you are also, because we are all, if you're here with me, if you've been with me long enough, we all understand here that we are not deserving, man. We have not earned the right to be here. We can't work and do enough things that make us worthy of being here because our righteousness is as filthy rags. So we are here by the grace, by the love, by the kindness, by the mercy and the forgiving nature of our power and for that reason only. Some of us are here, being reserved unto judgment and shame and condemnation, and others of us are here to be reserved unto mercy and to salvation. And I pray that's why that you're here, fam. All right. So I was coming into Matthew chapter 21 to come and do my lesson on the parable of the two sons, continuing my series on the parables of the king. But as I was scrolling down to get to it, this caught my eye, the fig tree. All right. And, this is not really a parable, but there's a lesson in it. And so the Spirit moved me to speak on it. All right. Because anything that we can benefit from, any teaching, any example given, anything that took place that we could, there's a lesson in it for us, we need to get the lesson. And so let's get it because, why not, right? The Spirit says go, I go. The fig tree withered, Matthew 21, verse 18. And now, for those who don't understand, the fig tree is symbolic and synonymous with Israel. All right. So whenever you hear the fig tree being mentioned in the scriptures, it is normally a reference or a symbolism that is pointing to Israel. Okay. With that said, let's get it now. Now, in the morning, as he returned to the city, he was hungry. Speaking of our king, Yahawashi, and seeing a fig tree by the road, he came to it and found nothing on it but leaves, and said to it, let no fruit grow on you ever again. Immediately, the fig tree withered away. Now, what lesson do I want us to extract? The lesson I want us to extract from this is different than what you see here, where it says the lesson of the withered fig tree. This goes into something else. Well, let's get it, and then I'll come back to my point. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how did the fig tree wither away so soon? So Yahawashi answered and said to them, assuredly, I say to you, if ye have faith and do not doubt, you will not only do what was done to the fig tree, but also if you say to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, it will be done. And whatever things you ask in prayer, believing you will receive. So the key takeaway here is he let you know the importance of faith and believing, how critical these things are. So that's important for you to understand. But that's kind of it's different from the lesson I want us to extract from verses 18 and 19. In verses 18 and 19, I think the point here that there is to gather is the fact that remember Israel as fig trees, right? And we know fig trees, all trees take a good amount of time before they bear fruit. You know that they don't just bear fruit right away. If you're planting a tree, it's different from when you are planting any other crops, right? You're going to wait longer to receive the fruit of your labor. And so us as a fig tree, we're going to take longer to receive the fruit of the Most High's labor, all right? And and us being raised up and becoming, these new creatures, you know, and becoming what he is transforming us into or wants us, desires us to become. That's the good fruit, right? And so the fig tree, Israel as a nation, He came to it and found nothing on it but leaves, meaning there was no fruit on it. All right. It was during, and it was at a time where it should have been bearing fruit. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been upset and cursed the fig tree if it was just still, a young fig tree that wasn't supposed to be bearing fruit yet. No, the tree was at the point where it should have very well been bearing fruit, but it wasn't. So, what is the point of the fig tree if it's not bearing any fruit? There is no point. It's just taking up space, taking up nutrients and resources out of the ground. It's good for nothing. It's not fulfilling what is designed or what it was created to do. It's created purposes, the intentions of the creator. It's not living up to the intentions of the creator, of the designer. And us as a nation, not being godly, not being the light to the Gentiles, not being the light of the world, not being the salt of the earth as we were created to be. We are the same as the fig tree with no fruit, just leaves on it. We're just living, we're just existing, but we're not doing what we were created to do. We're not fulfilling our function, our purpose. We were not bearing fruit. All right, we were not bearing fruit. And so, as a nation, he caused us to wither away. That was us going into slavery. That was us discontinuing from our heritage. We were unprofitable, an unprofitable tree, just hanging about, good for nothing, right? Utilizing the the nutrients in the ground and everything else, but we weren't producing any fruit. It was all for nothing. We were a waste of time and space. And so we deserved to be destroyed because who's going to miss it? Why was he supposed to miss an unfruitful tree? And again, that's what happened with us. But we have been awakened in these days and we are becoming a fruitful tree. He is caring for us again. He's fertilizing the ground. He's dunging it, right? He's cultivating, he's pruning it. He's caring for the tree. All right. The first fruits are setting, are ripening, and almost ready for picking in the harvest. That's what we're waiting on now. But that is the significance of the story of the fig tree. And I want you to think of this and apply it to your life. What good is your life to the Most High? And that's how you have to think of it. How is your life, your existence beneficial to your power? Because we are supposed to be a benefit to Him. We have a purpose for which we were created. If you are not fulfilling that purpose, why should He awaken you every morning? Why should He get you safely through the day? Why should He watch over you during the nighttime when you are at your most vulnerable state, sleeping? Why should He renew your life every day? Why should He renew His mercies for you every single day, knowing you're just going to be a tree producing leaves, but no fruit? There is no justification for it. There's no incentive, no motivation for it. So be careful that he doesn't whisper these words over your life. Let no fruit grow on you ever again. Because the result, you will immediately wither away. Your life will have been declared worthless by the giver of life, and the life that you have will be taken from you. Live a life worth living, but you got to know what that is according to our power, not you. Don't use your own mind to gather what worth living means. Figure out what is worth living to Yahawah, Yahawashi, and walk according to that. All praise, honor, and glory to the heavenly highest, to our Father who sits upon his throne, and to our King who sits at his right hand. Thank you for your comforter. Thank you for the gifts of the Spirit, for causing us to abound in the fruits of the Spirit. And may we live according to our purpose that you have purposed for us. Give us the knowledge of our purpose. Talk to us, reveal it to us, however you have to reveal it to us. Show us your way and how to walk in it. Show us what you have intended for our lives. And please give us the ability to overcome every obstacle, every fight, every enemy that we have in order to be able to fulfill your purpose for us, because we don't want to wither away and die. We don't want to pass away as this fruit tree did, as this fig tree did. We want to be of use to you. We want to be of service. Show us how, and please give us, the time and the space. And I should say thank you for giving us the time and the space to figure it out. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, grace, peace, and many blessings to the saints, to the elect of the Most High, the Israel of the Most High Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. I will see you guys on the next one, Yahawah willing, of course. Each one, reach one. Shalom.